Everyone's been there. You're out in public, there's no clean restroom nearby, and that pressure builds in your gut. So you think, I'll just hold it for a while. But what really happens when you do? Can holding in stool actually damage your gut, or is it just an uncomfortable myth? Let's find out. Your colon slowly absorbs water from waste as it moves along. When stool reaches the rectum, the walls stretch and send a signal to your brain, time to go. Two circular muscles, called anal sphincters, work like gates. The inner one relaxes automatically, while the outer one is under your control. When you decide to hold it, you tighten that outer ring and suppress the reflex. Doing this occasionally is perfectly normal, but when delaying becomes a habit, things start to change. The longer stool sits in the rectum, the more water your body pulls out of it. It becomes harder, drier, and tougher to pass, and that's where the trouble begins. In the short term, you might just feel pressure, bloating, or cramps. It's uncomfortable, but not usually dangerous. Once you finally go, you feel relief. However, making a routine of ignoring the urge can slow your natural bowel rhythm. Your body starts to tune out those signals, and stool may build up for longer than it should. Over time, that can lead to chronic constipation and even fecal impaction, where stool becomes so hard it won't move on its own. And once impaction occurs, no amount of straining will help. In severe cases, it has to be manually removed by a doctor. When stool stays too long, your body can pay the price. The first issue is anal fissures, tiny tears in the anal lining caused by hard stools. They sting, they bleed, and they can make you fear the next trip to the bathroom. Then come hemorrhoids, swollen veins around the anus that itch, hurt, and sometimes bleed when you strain. Chronic constipation makes them worse. In rare cases, the rectum itself can begin to stretch or even slip out of place, a condition called rectal prolapse. It sounds alarming, and it is. Years of straining or ignoring urges can weaken the pelvic floor muscles that hold everything in place. And in extreme situations, severe blockage can cause the colon wall to become inflamed or ulcerated. That's a medical emergency. One reason it's best not to let things build up for too long. The longer stool stays inside, the more it changes your gut environment. Your intestines are home to trillions of bacteria that thrive on fiber and waste. When transit slows down, that balance shifts, different microbes multiply, and gases like methane build up. Methane can further slow movement through the colon, creating a frustrating cycle. The slower it goes, the harder it gets. In other words, your gut literally adapts to your habits. If you keep delaying bowel movements, your body starts thinking that's the new normal. Some people can hold it now and then without issues, but others are more vulnerable. Older adults often have weaker muscle tone and slower digestion. Pregnant women experience extra pressure on the intestines. Certain medications, like painkillers and antidepressants, can slow movement, and kids who avoid school bathrooms can quietly train their bodies into chronic constipation. If you recognize yourself in that list, building healthy bathroom habits can prevent a lot of pain later. Here's what doctors often suggest to keep your system running smoothly. Don't ignore the first urge. That's when stool is softest and easiest to pass. Create a routine. Try sitting on the toilet at the same time daily, ideally after breakfast or coffee. Eat fiber. Fruits, vegetables, oats, beans, lentils, and whole grains help stool stay soft. Stay hydrated. Water keeps everything moving. Move your body. Even a brisk walk boosts your colon's natural rhythm. Use good toilet posture. Rest your feet on a small stool, lean forward, and relax your belly. Don't strain. Forcing it only worsens hemorrhoids and fissures. If nothing happens after 5 minutes, get up and try later. And get medical help if constipation lasts more than a few weeks or becomes painful. These small habits can make a huge difference in preventing damage. Of course, real life doesn't always give us perfect timing. If you absolutely have to hold it once in a while, stay calm. Drink water instead of dehydrating drinks like coffee or soda. Move around when you can. Avoid over-tightening your abdomen for too long. And as soon as you find a clean restroom, go. Your body will thank you later. After all, nature's call shouldn't be put on hold for too long. Seek medical attention if you notice any of the following: bright red or dark blood in your stool, severe or constant abdominal pain, bloating that doesn't ease up, vomiting or fever, unintentional weight loss, or the inability to pass gas or stool for several days. These can signal blockages or other serious gut problems that need professional care. Don't wait it out. So, can holding in stool damage your gut? Not if it's once in a while, but make it a habit, and you could set off a chain reaction, from constipation to fissures to more serious complications. Listen to your body's natural rhythm. When it says go, go. Respect your body's signals. Healthy gut, healthy life.